everybody, to our next episode of the Swarm Report. I'm Shane Heston, Memphis Junior Senior High School Athletic Director. We've got new varsity head football coach here, Dan Pilgrim, for the next episode. Dan, how are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Doing great. Good to see you.
Thank you.
So, if it's okay with you, we'll get right into it.
Let's go.
All right. What is your coaching background and how it helped you build our football program at Memphis Junior Senior High School?
Well, it's kind of funny. My first coaching job I got when I was 19 years old. So I've been coaching since I was 19, going into my 27th year right now. I've coached at many levels, such as professional developmental league, semi-pro, college, high school, and the youth. And at all those levels, I've about 14 years of head coaching experience, 8 years of as a varsity coordinator, and about 8 years as an assistant coach. I'll take the things that I've learned over the years at all those positions and levels and establish the program where it's fun and hardworking and dedicated team that competes at week in and week out. I will establish an off-season plan, in-season also, that will bring some of the other great things that I picked up in, such as the college atmosphere in the locker room, professional college locker room setup, and things like that. Just make football exciting for the kids again.
Yeah, it's great to hear. Obviously, you have an extensive background, so we're really excited to have you, and the kids are ready to go.
Yep, I'm excited to be here.
Glad to hear it. How do you plan to make your mark on the football program here at Memphis Junior Senior High School?
Well, I'm going to be the best possible coach I can be. I'm going to put the time in. Like most coaches, they just don't do a little bit of time. I'm going to put the time in and show the kids I'm dedicated to the program, and with me putting the time in, they're going to be as dedicated. Got great response so far, so we're going to run with that and just keep plugging away and showing that how dedicated we are.
That's great to hear, and I know the feedback's been great from the student athletes thus far. So
yep,
they're all excited about the mark you've already made thus far in the
yes,
program. Speaking of the program and the stuff you've already done, how did the off-season and the summer football activities go, and what has been more of the feedback from the team so far?
The off-season's been great. It was very busy. We had started the weight room up and went right into our off-season conditioning, off-season sessions with individual players, as far as quarterbacks, receivers, things like that. It was very compact. We did a lot of 7-on-7s this off-season, and did our very first team training camps. We had 2 of those, and the feedback has just been great. Kids and parents and even some of the community has just said kids have been so excited about it, the best team camps they've ever been to, and the feedback has just been great.
That's great to hear. It sounds like it's really catching on in the community that football has been exciting again, and we're doing all the right things to get ready for season with you as the new leader of our program.
Well, I appreciate that.
So, what does our community need to know about you as the leader of our football program?
Well, first off, I'm in it for the long haul. Memphis, we've had a lot of turnover in the past, but I'm here. I want to finish out my career here. I'm going on 47. I think I got at least 30 more years in me, so I'd like to be here for at least 30 more years and build an established program that everybody can be proud of and talk for.
So that's really exciting to hear. Obviously, having a coach that sticks around for a long time, builds the program, and sees it through is definitely what a lot of athletic departments are looking for nowadays. So we're definitely excited about that. What do you want to tell our community about what you hope to instill in our football program going forward?
That's the biggest thing. I want to instill into our football program that we're going to compete week in and week out. It's football, it's a game. You want to win every game, but it doesn't happen. But we're going to compete until the last whistle, no matter what the score is. Like I said, week in and week out, and it's going to be fun. Football's going to be fun again. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be a great atmosphere.
Yeah, that's great to hear. And obviously, one thing you can always control is your effort. So
correct.
That's the perfect mentality going in. What kind of offense and defense are you going to run?
Well, offensively, we're going to go with the spread option this year. It helps get the ball and to players' hands, even if they're not at, say, the running back. We can move them out to the wing, move them out to the receiver, get them open in open spots on the field, and it's a fast pace. So it's really fast. You can score at will if you want, but you can also control the time on the clock. Kids have picked up on it great. They love it. They're excited about it. So yeah, we're going to run the spread option and score some points this year.
Yeah, obviously scoring a bunch of points keeps it exciting for the fans, and the kids are locked in. They're
yes,
putting
sir.
points on the scoreboard.
Yes, and then
I know. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Obviously, we talked a little bit about summer camps going in, but what does the rest of your yearly schedule look like for the football program?
It's, we got a lot of stuff packed in. We got our first practice August 7th, on Monday. So this is our dead week, but start August 7th. We start at 4:30. We go to 8:30. We still got weightlifting going on. It's going to be it's a tough schedule, but it's what we got to do to be successful. So it's going to be very busy.
Yeah, of course. What about the rest of the year, maybe off season, after the football season shuts down?
Yep, after, I would like to, be here for almost a year, but after, we'll have to take about 2 weeks off, and then we'll get right back into the weight room. That's a big part of being successful, being in the weight room, and the kids have taken to it. We had a great turnout this year in the weight room, so we're going to start that about 2 weeks after the season, and we open it up to any athlete. It doesn't matter, girls, boys, open up to any of the sports. We want to help build the programs around here, not just football. So we'll do that, and then once off season comes around, probably about May, we'll open up our summer weight room, and then we'll start all over again with our 7-on-7s and team camps, and we got some other cool things planned for next season. So
it's definitely exciting. You got a full plan year round to get the kids better and make sure they're going into the season peaking at the right level.
Yes, for sure.
And obviously, during the summer, you also had lifting teams, correct, and captains. It was kind of how you guys did it.
Yeah, we selected captains, and they got to pick the team, the players that were on their team, and they were responsible for making sure they're at the weight room. And then week in and week out, we tallied up the percentages, and they won a prize, wherever the winning team was. And then at the end of the season, we haven't posted it yet. We'll post the winning team, and we'll have some kind of special thing we'll go and do, and it'll be for the winning team. So yeah, they were all excited about that, and I think that helped motivate the kids in the weight room. Had leaders, seniors calling the kids. We even had one junior high kid as a leader on the team, and he got his kids in there. So yeah, it was great.
So it sounds like it was very successful, and you got a lot of numbers this summer going into the season.
Yeah, I had a couple coaches say that's the most whipped kids they've seen in the weight room, and they've been here for quite a few years. And sometimes we had to push some kids out of the weight room into the gym to do some stuff because we had so many kids in the weight room. So yeah. It was great. It's an amazing thing.
Sounds like a great problem to have.
Yes, it is. It's an awesome problem to have.
So what made you want to take the job as our head football coach here at Memphis Junior Senior High School?
Oh, well, that one's easy. I coached here about 20 years ago, and when I was here, I just fell in love with the place. It felt like home. And I hadn't applied for any jobs. I was waiting for my kids to get out of school. All my kids had graduated, didn't have any sports. And I started looking, and I seen in Memphis it opened up, and it was like a little kid on Christmas morning. I got excited, applied. Next thing I know, he gave me a call. We interviewed, and here I am. So I'm excited. It's great to be back at Memphis. And like I said, I hope to be here for another 40 years. So
we definitely love to hear that. Obviously, kind of a full circle moment with you coaching here. And didn't you guys win a league championship when you were coaching here before?
Yep, back in 2003, we took 24 kids and we competed, and we won a league championship. Even the other 2 years I was here, we went 7-2, and we only had 24 kids, but the kids were dedicated, and and that's what I see right now is the kids are dedicated and they believe in what we're doing. And then, like you said, full circle. Yeah, it was kind of funny, full circle, because I come back now, and some of the kids I have coached back then, they're actually on my staff now. We have one of them that was actually my boss this year on the JV baseball, because I coached JV baseball. He was the head varsity coach. And our new principal, he was a former player of mine. So
that's great to hear. And now you're back in with the same people that you coached many years ago. So it's exciting. Everyone's brought back in the same group and ready to roll into the next school year.
Yeah, it was exciting. It was exciting to have all those guys around and have everybody welcome me back. It was exciting.
Almost like you never left.
Correct.
So what are your expectations going into this football season?
Well, any expectations of a head coach is to go undefeated and win a state championship, but it takes a lot of work for that. My expectations, though, is, like I said, we're going to compete week in and week out. No matter what's going on in the score, you're going to come up against those teams that they've been going for years, and they're tough, but we're going to dominate on the field. And if we come out and win, we win. If we come out and we lose, but we're going to be competitive. I would like to go 5-4, 6-3 this year, and compete in the next couple of years for a league title. I would love to do that this year. I'm not saying it's not going to happen, but you got to be optimistic about what's going to happen. You know, it takes about 3 years to build a program, and you know, like I said, I'm excited about right now. The kids are really taking to everything. They're understanding the offense, they're understanding the defense, so we're actually ahead of the game. So hey, you never know.
Yeah, you definitely don't. And obviously, you guys won the league championship a few decades ago, set the standard. So
That's right.
You know what it takes to win at a high level, obviously.
Correct.
What is the one thing that will best describe your football program over the next few years?
You know, that goes back to, you know, the morale and dedication, and you know, when people look at a football program, they're going to go, wow, they got great kids, they got great coaches, they're very respectful, and again, we're going to compete week in and week out. I want teams to come into Memphis and be like, hey, you know, it's Memphis, we can't overlook them now. You know, a lot of teams overlook Memphis now because, you know, they've had some down years, but I want them to come in and be like, hey, we got to play Memphis this week, we got to prepare. So.
Yeah, obviously going into a game on Friday, knowing it's going to be a long 90 minutes, that makes game planning a little more challenging. So,
yes, it does.
So where do you see the football program in the next 3 to 5 years?
In the next 3 to 5 years, I see us, you know, winning the league championship, you know, being in the playoffs for, you know, maybe for the second year, third year, and competing. Like I said, the kids are dedicated, and that's where it starts. You know, keep the numbers growing, and you know, build the success from there.
Yeah, obviously, the more kids you get buying early on, it's easier to have that success as you move forward. But it sounds like we've done everything we can to get that buy-in already.
Yeah, like I said, we were excited when we seen the number of kids that came out for the weight room, and we're getting the ones that trickle in. You know, that trickle in right at the beginning of the season. But hey, we'll take anybody and everybody. We want everybody to be able to play football. So.
Yeah, obviously making it fun again gets your numbers up, and kids are excited going into the fall season.
100%.
So we touched a little bit about how you want the opposing team to know coming into the game. It's going to be a hard-nosed game. It's going to be challenging. But to elaborate on that, what kind of home field advantage do you want to build?
Well, I want to build that college home field advantage. I want the teams to come in and go, oh man, we got to play at Memphis again. That crowd over there, they're so loud, you can't hear anything. You know, you have that actual advantage. You know, so you get up by a couple points, and the crowd gets so loud, the other team can't hear. They don't know what's going on. I want that college atmosphere, you know, advantage in Alabama or Michigan. You know, you go to the big house and teams just dread going there. So that's what I want us to be. I want to be the little house. You know, the hive. You know, we're the hive. So when they go into the hive, they don't want to be there. So.
And it's great to hear. Obviously, making a challenge on the opposing team will give you that advantage going in, and it's going to be more challenging to get play calls in and be able to execute.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing. You know, when they're on the sideline trying to yell the plays in, you know, college, you know, got to do the same thing. And professional, you know, they got the little earbuds in, but got hand signals and yelling on the field, and a lot of times, you know, you don't get that call in, and that might be the one play that you know, helps us and doesn't help them. So that'd be great.
Yeah, obviously the one play can change the momentum of the entire game.
Correct.
Obviously it comes down to inches, so that stuff's important. How do you plan to impact our athletic department positively this season and going into the future?
Well, you know, that goes back to the weight room. You know, we're opening it up to any of the athletes, and we had some girls basketball players. You know, that already were in the weight room. But also, I want to help any other programs I can. You know, they need help with anything. You know, on game nights, I'm there to help. You know, you help them, they help you. Our girls basketball coach, Jim Belt, he came out and helped us out as our fundraiser. He's already volunteered to help us on game days. That's the kind of things that help build the athletic department, because they start looking at you. What are you doing in your program? Hey, let's try this in our program. And you know, we want to have a winning success here all the way around, girls, boys, in every sport. So
yeah, obviously when you have every athletic program within the athletic department pulling in the same direction, you usually have success widespread across the whole athletic department. So
yeah, it's not even the athletic part too. It's, you know, like the band, you know, the teachers. You know, you want to have that great bond with those, you know, teachers and the, you know, the band, and you know, anybody that has anything to do with the school, because that's your support system. So
yeah, obviously that raises school pride.
Yes.
For everyone within the school district, which is definitely what we're looking for.
100%.
So we touched on this a little bit, but do you have any more additional thoughts on what you're going to plan to do to get our football program back to competing for those league championships you spoke on?
Yeah, you know, it's like I said, it's just the hard work. We got to put the work in the off season. There's no master plan to it. It's the hard work, the dedication, putting the time in. That's how you win championships. Like I said, back in 2002, 2003, we had 23, 24 guys, but they put the time in, they put the hard work in, and that's where it starts, and that's where it ends. You know, yeah, on the field. So.
Yeah, obviously heart goes a long way. You see these teams that are undersized but end up overachieving or having a lot of success when they're matched up against a bigger team even.
Yeah, it's 100%. You know, we got some tough teams in our league. You know, we got Ubley, we got Harbor Beach, and they've been going for years, and they've had the same coaching staff, and they've built a great program, and that's where we want to be. We want Ubley to come into our house, or us to go to Ubley, and you know, they're like, oh, great, Memphis is here, hey, we're ready for a battle. So it takes the hard work and dedication to do that.
Yeah, obviously all the work you've put in personally and all the kids and your coaching staff have put in to get the program on the right track. I think we're well on our way towards that goal.
Yeah, you know, it's being a head coach. It's not just a once a season thing. It's an all year round thing, and it takes a lot of time, a lot of work, a lot of time away from family. So it's frustrating sometimes, but in the end, you do it for the kids. You do it because you love it, and you know I've been, like I said, coaching for 27 years, and been doing it because I love the sport. I love what it brings to the community and the kids and everything.
Yeah. So, obviously, super rewarding to be part of any sport or athletic department. And you see the kids have success and face adversity and rise above it. Makes it all worth it in the end.
Yeah, yes, it does. That's the biggest thing. Yeah, you get the wins and losses, but what I've taken away from the last 27 years is just the bond I built with all my players. When I got the job here, my Facebook had blown up. My phone was blowing up. Text messages, emails, just kids that had coached, and even adults that had coached in other levels said, "Congratulations, coach. We're going to be there to support you at your games." That's what it's about. Building those relationships. So.
Yeah, obviously you come with a family mentality, which is what we're definitely looking for.
Yeah, I have a family mentality. Father of 7, and I wouldn't change it for a world. I love my kids, and my kids love me, and they're one of my biggest support systems as well. So.
Yeah, that's all obviously you can ask for.
That's correct.
So, is there anything else you want to tell us about yourself or what you're looking to build in the football program here?
I don't need anything about myself, but I just want everybody to know, we're here to compete. We're here to make football fun again, and come out to a game, and see the excitement, see the atmosphere, and enjoy it. A night of football again, and that's where we want the fans to be. I just like to say thank you to all the parents and the staff here at the school and the community that has supported us already. It's been great, and then finally I just want to my biggest supporter, my wife. I'd like to tell her thank you, and I love her very much. So
yeah, obviously, like I said, family mentality. So it's great to hear that you're thankful and grateful for the opportunity here. We're very thankful to have you leading our football program this season and going into the future. So that's all we have today for this episode of the Swarm Report. Thank you everyone for tuning in. We'll see you next time.